We know that the supply of Bitcoin is very low right now. The long-term hodling ratio of Bitcoin is sitting at like 80%. That's over 80% of all Bitcoin have been held for more than 6 months. Vast majority of Bitcoin is locked up in long-term holding right now. So we see that the supply side of the supply and demand economics model is very, very low. The supply of Bitcoin is the lowest that has been in a very long time. Now you might think, Jeb, what are you talking about? You look on CoinMarketCap, the supply is always going up. There's new Bitcoin being mined. Yes, but if you look at a ratio or proportion of all Bitcoin in existence, proportionally, there's less Bitcoin in circulating supply right now that's actually being actively moved and traded right now than there was 5 years ago, than there was a year ago, than there was at any other point in the history of Bitcoin. So the the supply is the lowest that has been in a long time. So if we're looking at supply and demand economics, then we need to see both. We can't just see supply be very low, and if there's no demand, it doesn't matter. If supply is very low and the demand dries up, then the price is going to stay the same, or it actually might go down if the demand isn't there. But when we have all this dry powder on the side, we have $180 billion sitting in stablecoins waiting to be deployed into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets, that tells us that we're one step closer to seeing that demand skyrocket. It means that people are just waiting for a confirmation to go and buy Bitcoin. Why else would they have their money in stablecoins? If they were cashing out to get out of crypto, they wouldn't put their money in stablecoins. They put it in the US dollar, or they go and invest in real estate, or they go and buy a car, or they go and buy a house, or they go on a vacation if they were trying to cash out. That's not what people are doing right now. They are taking money, taking profits, taking money out of the cryptocurrency space, leaving it in stablecoins, or taking money from the traditional markets, taking money from their cash reserves, putting it in stablecoins, awaiting to deploy it. The reason that's important, I keep saying that. The supply is very, very low right now. The demand is relatively low right now, but we are right at the very point that whenever demand starts coming back because sentiment improves, when Bitcoin starts to rally above $45,000, $50,000, $55,000, when the FUD calms down from the traditional markets, it means that there is so much money on the sidelines, the supply is very low, the demand will be very, very high. That exponentially increases the price action of Bitcoin. So, Tim, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. How do you think supply and demand, in fact, impacts Bitcoin right now, and what does the dry powder ratio have to do with it?
Listen, it's simple, and I'll just repeat what Jeb just said, but in very simplistic terms. If you do not want to get into crypto, there is no point in being in a stablecoin. If you want to be in crypto, but you don't like where the price is and you think the price isn't ready to rally, you keep it in stablecoins. This much supply in stablecoins means that a rally is coming. We don't know when. We don't know if it's tomorrow. We don't know if it's a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I don't think it's going to be a year from now, but we don't know when it's going to be. But when it hits, that supply is sitting there ready, and it's if people did not want it in crypto, they would take it out of stablecoins and put it back in the US dollar or Chinese yuan or British pound. No, they are ready for crypto. They're just waiting for the right spot. And that's what we have talked about on this show for months now. It keeps delaying. And it keeps getting pushed back. We don't know the exact day, and I will never profess to know the day. But when we keep telling you guys, we are not in a bear market. Guys, we see a rally coming. These are part of the reasons why. We don't know exactly when, but all the lines have lined up correctly for it to be happening soon. Now it's just about sitting, being patient, hodling, and waiting, and making sure you don't miss the boat.
Smay, do you have any thoughts about the current state of the market and where you think we're going to be in, say, a year?
I think, to be honest with you guys, I won't say guys.
Guys.
To be honest with you people.
You always say guys, man.
But if I say be honest with you people, then that sounds like I'm being mean to them.
That does sound like you're being mean.
To be honest with everyone in this stream right now, to be honest, I don't really have a crystal ball. I couldn't tell you what is going to happen, but I can tell you what I think is going to happen, and that's what Jeb asked. So what I think is going to happen is that I think we're gonna continue to be in this very boring state. I think I was a little bit amiss to say that we were done with the turtle market. The turtles told me wrong. They said we're still here, dude. We're still here, and I think we're probably going to hang out in this turtle market for a little bit longer. But I think we're definitely this year going to see that break outside of this turtle market. But I would say with the stable coins and what you guys were kind of saying with the stable coins, I think there's something to be said about 2022 is going to be the year of regulatory clarity in cryptocurrency, right? This is going to be the year that those rules of engagement are defined. And I think the first thing they're going to go after is stable coins. And the reason why is because stablecoins is what is fueling people being able to trade in and out of cryptocurrency and, avoid having to give Uncle Sam his share. So the thing is about it, they're going to go and they're going to work on that area. and that's gonna be the first thing they do because they're gonna want to constrict the ways people are moving in and out of crypto. They want to make sure that they're doing it in their, in their sanctioned areas.
But hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely consider subscribing because we're trying to help you become financially free in these cryptocurrency markets. And also consider following us on Twitter @CryptoJeb for more updates on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Peace.